I'm Old Biddy Gaming, and thank you for stopping by. We are getting ready to jump back into Wurm, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who have watched the video. I am getting so many nice comments. I really am. Everybody is being so supportive, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know there's a lot of content creators out there, and I'm a very, very small fish in a barrel. And like I've said before, it's been a long time since I've done any recording of any kind because of my husband's illness. But it feels so good to jump back in and actually have people watching me play my little games again. I might not be perfect at it, but it is one game that I really do enjoy playing. And this isn't going to be the only one. Probably, maybe next week or the week after, I will be putting the second game up on my channel. I like to have 3 different games running, pretty much at the same time. 3 games I can handle. I usually put one day, the next one the next day. It depends on what all's going on in real life. When I finally had to quit, I was doing about 3 videos a day, and it just got to where I couldn't do it. But anyway, we are back in Wurm, and the first thing I want to do is we're going to have to make a campfire because I need to make some pottery bowls so we can eat. Because you see my little food bar there is starting to go down. So let's open this up. Grab me a log. I am just going to take this little 13.33 log because I'm going to have to make some kindling. Let's put this out of the way for now, and I will show you both ways to craft things. I mean, either way, you can get it done. One way seems a little bit easier, but I've been playing this so long, I enjoy the old way a little better, but, it's your preference. First thing I want to do is find my carving knife, double click on it, says highlighted green, shows down on the bottom, carving knife iron is highlighted. Now, I want to right click on my log. I want to go down to create, and I want to go to kindlings. And you can see down here I'm working on it. You can't start a fire unless you have a kindling to start it, and then you need a log to keep it going, to fuel it. And my big advice is make several kindlings, because 99.9% of the time, one kindling isn't going to start a fire, especially when you're just starting out. It'll definitely take more than one. And the weight of the kindling will tell you whether there's enough of it left to try again, and usually there's not. So, usually it's just a one-try thing, and then you have to have another kindling to start it. Can be combined, but we haven't got into that yet, so I'll hang off. I've almost done giving it a try. Let's hope we make one on the first go around. If not, we'll do it again. Like everything else, it just takes a while. But I've got a hot cup of coffee in front of me. Oh, well, we got a kindling. And you see my little red skill tab was flashing. What does it say? Wood cutting increased from, it was increased by 0.0167, so now it is 1.1125. Boy, we're moving right along there. Okay, so I got one kindling. And as you see, it's only 1.50 weight. So, there's not much weight to it. Okay, now let's go the other crafting way. Take and put your carving knife in one of the boxes. You can take your log, put it in the other box, and I want to look down here and I'll find kindling right there. And since my stamina goes down so fast, I can only do one action. I can do up to 3 actions. Have it, repeat 3 times. But if you run your stamina down, run out of stamina, you're not going to get any raise in your skill. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Okay, let's see if we can get another kindling. I'd like to have 3 or 4 before we try this. But once I get the kindlings made, then we'll get the clay and make some raw pottery bowls, many as I can make with what little clay I have, and then we will put it on the fire so it will get hot and it will change into pottery. Almost. A little over halfway there. 30 seconds left. Oh, good coffee. Alright. It may take time, but, just keep in mind that every time you perform an action, you've got a skill going up. Might not be much, but it's going up. The more it goes up, the less time this will take, and the better things. See, it went up again. Carving knife's going up, and woodworking is now up to 1.1290. So yeah, it's going up. But I've got 2 kindlings now. Nope, I still just have the 1. So let's make another one. Just keep going. If you look in your inventory here, if you have more than one of the same thing, you'll have a plus sign in the box beside it. And you can just click on that box and it will open it up and show you what you have. Keep an eye on my stamina and see how far it goes down. Since I'm only doing one action, won't drop down till after I finish this action. 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10, we're getting there. Am I going to get another one? See? Yeah, I mean, it went down to almost nothing. So it wouldn't have done any good to queue up another action uh, because I wouldn't have got credit in points for it. So we'll stick with one at a time. It says, you almost made it, but the kindling is useless. You will see that a lot in Wurm. You'll sit here and you'll wait, and you'll wait, and you'll wait, and then you get the message, you almost made it. So you start all over again. This is I've said it before and I'll say it 100 times, this is a very, very relaxing game. And the graphics might be a little dated, and, but it's still a pretty game. It really is. But there's so much you can do. When I get a chance, I'll show you the ships that can be made. You can make some gorgeous ships, and you can sail all over the place in it. Even in a rowboat, if you want to take the chance of sharks and sea monsters and everything that's out in the water. I go out in deep water. I prefer I have a larger boat. There we go. Now I've got 2 kindling. I need 1 more. But you can see a little plus sign come up in a box. I can click on that plus sign. Now I have 2 of the 1 quality, 1 quality kindlings. I want at least 3 chances to get that fire going so we don't have to sit here and redo the kindling again. Might as well get it out of the way the first go around. What I'll usually do is take a log, a full log, and turn it into nothing but kindling. And then I'll save it in my VSB so that whenever I want to start a fire, they're already made and I just grab one and go. Because you will use a lot of kindling. And when you're crafting something using logs, kindling's not one of them, but most things you craft using carpentry skill, you will get scrap, scrap wood, and that can be combined and turned into kindling. Or you can burn it on a fire, but you'll generate a lot of that. There we go, 3 kindlings. But that was the second way to do the crafting. Now comes the fun part. You want to see if we can make a fire? Yeah. Alright, here we go. So now you want to take, now before we start the fire, before we get that far, let's open this up, take our clay. I want all 4 of them, please. Thank you. BSB, you have to select how many you want, and it will give you the amount of pieces or whatever that you want. If you just want 1, you put in 1. If you just want 5, you put in 5. If you want all of it, good luck. Alright. Now, if I can remember how to make pottery bowls. See what we'll do. Let's go back to crafting. Now I'll show you another good feature of this crafting window. Go down here where it's got these lines. Click on it. Down here at this fishing line. Let's say we want to make a clay bowl. You just type it in there, and it comes up, clay bowl, pottery. That's the skill. Starting items. I'll need my hand, and I'll need one piece of clay. That will make a clay bowl. That's what you're going to turn into a pottery bowl. So, what I want to do, I want to get rid of this log, so I want to hit the red button up here, drop the log. I'm not going to use a carving knife, so we'll drop the carving knife. And I want to use my hand. So you got a little hand right up here. Add hands. You just click your hand in. So now I've got my right hand up here. Now I'm going to take my clay. I want to put it in the second box. And one thing I want to do is I am going to combine it, instead of 4 small pieces of clay, I'm going to combine it into one big piece. And the way you do that is you go down here to this little thing with lines, click on it, and now I have one large piece of clay. And instead of being the 2 weight that it was, it's now 8 weight. Alright, what we want to do is we want to go down here, click on clay bowl. I have a 45% chance of making a clay bowl. 45%. Don't let that fool you. That is not much. Let's go. I mean, I can go for a clay smelting pot. It only has a 6% chance. These down here in red, I have a 0% chance. So, yeah. It always gives you a chance. And sometimes their chances don't feel like, or the results you get doesn't seem to match up with the chance percentage. Like you think, 45%, it should be fairly easy to do. Their 45% is more like a 10%. Nobody has ever figured out whether that percentage is really the way it is or whether it's not. Because everybody says it's not. But we'll see if we'll get one on the first try. But like I told you yesterday, I want 4 or 5 of these. I have one. And I hope the quality, well, I don't think the quality is going to be any better than 2. It'll probably be a lot less, probably 1. And no, we did not make it. So, you saw that big red X come up? That means no, we didn't do it. And then you look down here, it says you almost made it. Let's try it again. And as you see, the weight on my clay has dropped. So every time you either win or lose making something, your weight is going to drop, and it will start taking damage. A lot of things will take damage as you try to craft. So you have to keep an eye on that. There's a time or two I was trying to make something that I had a very low chance of making, and it completely used up my log. There wasn't anything left of my log. I couldn't use it anymore. It was useless. So I ended up having to get another log and try again. Keep trying. I think it took me about 4 hours, but I did get that item made. It's just patience and perseverance. Now would be a good time to cross your fingers and hope we get it. Because I would like to have some food in my belly before we have to end this video. And I set my timer, but I forgot to turn it on. I'm so good. I'm so good. And we didn't make it. There we go again. I know we ended up with just a little over an hour yesterday, and I did not mean to go that long, but for some reason you get in this game and you get to doing things like this and other things, and you get so busy, the next thing you know, hours have passed. It just sucks you right in, and you're concentrating so hard and doing so many different things that time just whizzes by. One more swig of coffee. Oh, I'm trying to keep my throat moist so I don't start coughing in your ear. I think I had a real bad spell over the summer, and I've got this cough left over, and it just does not want to give up. Almost. 10 seconds. Is it going to do it? Is it actually going to do it? Is it? Come on. Ah! Now we have 2 pottery bowls. Well, we have a clay bowl. And, of course, the quality is 1. But that's fine. That'll give us 2 pottery bowls once this is fired. So let's try again. My weight's down to 740 on the clay. But the good thing about using a hand, you normally don't get any damage like you do on your tools. And pottery is one of the few things you can actually use your hand in, because you can figure you take your hands and you shape the pottery into the form you want it to be, in this case a clay bowl. And I mean, you can make clay bricks, keystones, which for the roads, clay shingles, roof shingles, a clay bowl, flask, flower pot, jar, measuring jug, pie dish, planter, roasting dish, smelting pot, all made out of clay, and then you put it in the fire and you fire it just like you would a kiln. You can make a kiln, but we're definitely not ready to try to make a kiln for the clay. Right now we are amateurs. We're like cavemen. We do not have the knowledge or the skill to even think about a kiln. Again. Like I said, I want at least 4 pottery bowls, because I'm going to have probably cook 4 meals at a time to even bring my food level back up. I'm glad I have some meat already from my good guards I have running around. I have some fantastic vegetables that Corey managed to get out of our garden. And with her skill levels and GM powers, she got us some very high quality good veggies. So that'll help. But we will have to supplement our meat here fairly soon, because I don't have much of it to get some more meat. We're going to have to go fishing. And that's what I want to use a fishing net, because you can get your fish faster. There we go. I've got 2 clay bowls. And you get your fish a little bit faster. I mean, there's a fishing net, there's a fishing pole, there's a fishing spear. There's different ways to fish. Depends on the body of water you're fishing in, what kind of fish you'll get, the weight of the fish. Depends on a lot of different factors. Uh, I think right now, well, with my net at being quality 99, uh, I'm hoping we'll get some decent fish, but I'm not really going to count on it. I'm figuring probably maybe a quality one fish and maybe minnows if I'm lucky. Come on, I need one more clay bowl for now. That'll give me four. Well, give me three clay bowls and one pottery bowl. But I can get those in the fire and get them going. And if I need another one later, we can always make another one. We're down to 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. Come on, come on, come on. Let's do it. No. Of course not. Are we getting any skills out of this? Yes, we've got several potteries. We went from 1.0377, that's the first increase, and now we're at 1.1340. So it's increased a little bit. And I get a little notice down here, you feel rested. Yeah, I do kind of feel rested. I slept good last night until a good thunderstorm came through and woke me up this morning. Had a loud clap of thunder, and then the rain hit, and it sounded like somebody turned on a shower. As we've had rain the last couple days, and it's supposed to rain all week, so. But we need it. We really, really need the rain. At least the heat has left us. We had heat indexes. I think the hottest one I saw was 117 heat index. And you can't tell me that's not hot. Okay, we are done with the clay. We are done with my hand. So let's put both away. We don't need that anymore. Let's put the clay back. I still have a little bit of clay left. But when you put it back, it goes back to 3. Because I remember I made that into one big piece. But when you put it back into your bulk storage bin, it collapses back down to how many pieces that divides into. All right. Let's get this fire going. You want to activate, no, not the shield. You want to activate your steel and flint. And then, open up, you want to right click on your kindling, create furnace, campfire. I have a 49% chance of making a campfire. Am I going to do it the first try? I could almost positively say no. But we'll see. If the luck of Wurm is with me, yes, we will get it. But normally my luck isn't that great. I guess we could try praying to the worm gods, but I don't have an altar made, and we haven't selected a deity yet, so that's out. I could remember not too long ago, I decided I was going to do something like this when I did get back to doing videos. So I set me up a little spot, kind of not near as big as this, and in fact, right, here on the same starting area. And I had just logged in. I had my first time I turned the aggressive creatures on, and I don't know how many years. And I was doing something, and I happened to look up. Notice, no fire. Let's try it again. And my weight went down to 1.35 from 1.50. So if I click on that 1.35, create furnace campfire, it says the kindling contains too little material to create a campfire. So you get one try with it. So let's go to this one. Create furnace campfire. So we'll try it again. But anyway, back to my little story. I was doing something, and I happened to look up. And standing right over here was this great, big, huge, ugly looking monster. I mean, it scared the bejesus out of me. I had no idea what it was. I just knew I was dead. Guards, no guards. So I started looking. I mean, I hit the forums. I went on Wurmpedia, and if you've never played this game before, look at Wurmpedia. It will tell you anything you need to know about this game. But anyway, and I finally found it, and it was an avatar of one of the gods. I think it was Ragnon. But anyway, it scared, like I said, it really scared me. And it stayed there. I mean, every now and then it would move around. But I wasn't going in. There's no way I was going close to it. But I'd watch it, and it'd stand there, and it'd watch me. And one day, oh, look. Oh, fire. Okay. Take a log. I'm going to take my log right here. Activate it, click on the fire, and I am going to select burn. It took the log in the fire, but that was one day he just got up and he just walked over the mountain and was gone, and he never came back. But I mean, that was one of the scariest things I've ever run across. And I've seen a lot of scary things in Wurm, but boy, I tell you what, now that was bad. Okay, let's open. It kind of made me rethink turning on aggressive creatures. Take those clay balls we made, the clay ones, open it up, and let them cook for a little while. But the good thing about this, move this over here, you can right click on your fire, go to examine, and it says a nice and cozy campfire. It is made from fir wood. It cannot be improved. Quality is 1, of course. No damage on it right now. The fire burns steadily and will still burn for a long time. Now that's a matter of opinion. Sometimes I've put the optimal weight of the log that you normally put in a fire is, I think it's 17 weight. I could be completely wrong, but I'm thinking is it or is it 21? I really can't remember. And the rest just ends up as waste. But sometimes the fire will burn for a long time, and other times it'll go down so fast that you swear up and down that it just swallowed that log whole. But we'll keep checking on it and make sure that it has plenty of wood in there to keep going. Okay, now I don't know if you can see it, but right here next to the little icon of the bowls, it's got a little dot. And those dots change colors on how hot it is, or how hot it gets. Eventually, this clay bowl will change into a pottery bowl when it reaches the right temperature. You know, so we'll just have to wait and see. And these little marks beside it, over on this side, it shows it's made of clay, but that shows it could be improved with more clay, but I don't have any higher quality clay, so I can't improve it. So we're just going to have to make do with the one quality bowls for now. I could go back and dig for another hour and try to get a higher quality to raise up the quality of the bowls, but at this point, I'm not going to worry about it. The quality right now doesn't matter to me. But you can see the little dots have gotten darker. I still have one and one useless piece of kindling left. And I've still got a little bit of that other log left. So, while we're waiting on the bowls, why don't we grab our carving knife again, grab that log again, and see if we can get some more kindling made, because we are going to need it. And kindling can be combined too later, if we need to. So there's one good thing, a really good thing about Wurm. There are a lot of different ways to do different things. You don't have to do the same action over and over. You get bored using this and just sitting here watching it go down, you can go over here and start doing the right click. Just whichever you prefer. And as you can see, it has sped up just, not much, but just a hair faster in crafting this, because my skill has gone up a little bit. And the better your skill, the faster this will go. But it just seems like it's moving a little faster. At least it doesn't feel like it's crawling across now. How's our clay bowl doing? If you can hover over it, it says clay bowl. It is searing hot, so it won't be much longer. And it's going to be, we didn't get one. Try it again. It won't be long, and we're gonna have some pottery bowls. Once the pottery bowls are done, then we can actually make some food. I like to take a knife, which I haven't crafted yet, so I can't do this yet, but you can take a knife and dice up your ingredients and put them in your bowl, and you get a little bit more benefit out of it. Instead of just, you eat something raw, you barely get any benefit. You eat your food, there we go. There are our pottery bowls. We have 3. Let's drop it over here. Now we have 4. So yes. Let's try this last chance at a kindling, see if that's going to work. Okay. Stop. I don't want to quit because we're just about done on it. There we go. We did get another kindling. Good. Okay. Let's put our kindling in here. There we go. I want to go ahead and put this piece of a log in there too, because we will turn the rest of that into kindling. Now what I want to do, and I know I'm probably running long again, but I want to open this. I want to open up my pottery bowls. And what I want to do is you want to take a piece of meat. I've got 2 pieces of meat. Lamb. Let's go ahead and take both pieces of lamb. I'm going to take one and I'm going to drag it over the top of my first pottery bowl. Drop it in there. I'm going to take the other one. Drop it into that one. See, I've got pluses beside them now. And I guess we'll have to go with a piece of feline meat. We just need 2. I'm going to go ahead and pick 2. You can come up here and type in how many you want if it's not in the list. Hit send. So I'm going to take that one, put it in that bowl, that one into that bowl. So now we've got a lamb, feline meat. Now, food is better by weight. So I'm going to take 4 pumpkins. I want 4, so I'm just going to type 4 in right there, hit send, and it's going to give me 4 pumpkins. Okay. So I'm going to take 1 pumpkin, put it in that bowl. Pumpkin. That one. That one. And then that one. So now we have a piece of meat and a pumpkin in each bowl. If I had a herb to put in it, would be even better. But I don't have any herbs, and with my non-existent cooking skill, 2 ingredients is about the best you're going to be able to do. And recipes, oh, do you talk about recipes? They have recipes for everything. Let's drag these over. Let's open these up. And it does the same way as the clay. It'll start changing colors right now. It says the bowls are searing hot. And you saw just the dots came up, they're yellow now. So we'll see. A lot of people like to put their bowls or pans, frying pans or whatever they're using in the fire before they put the meat and stuff in, because and get them good and hot, because then it won't take as long. Pardon me. But, you know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, it's glowing from the heat. Let's see what we come up with. Now you can take and click on lore. I guess it won't do it on this. There's lore, pottery bowl. You think this may work well when cooked. That's on the pottery bowl. On the lamb. It's not going to give me the lore. But you can, if it's in your inventory, you can click lore and it will tell you what it might prepare, what kind of food. You discover new recipes, you learn new recipes, depending on what your ingredients are, how many ingredients you have, what it's cooked in, whether it's a campfire, an oven, a forge, whatever. There are just so many different variables. You can go down here to this little, oh, we're getting breakfast. There we go. Looks like we have one more. Breakfast. Breakfast. We're just waiting on that one. And we'll have our food set up. But like I was saying, you could go here to this, down here where it's cooking, there's a little fire under it. Open it up, and there are recipes. It will show the recipes you know how to make. There's a lot of them, but there are, I think there's over 1,000 recipes that there has been dishes that people have not even discovered yet, and they have been playing for years and years and years. And it's just different combinations and different things you can come up with. Now for breakfast, you can tell this is what I discovered. It's white. I know how to make it. It's skill hot food cooking, which it probably brought our skill up a little bit. You can use a campfire, pottery bowl, and how to make it. Any vegetable, raw. You can use a chopped vegetable, you can use a mashed vegetable, any meat. So, it'll give you an idea, and you can kind of come up with different recipes. Now, let's eat. Let's start at the bottom. Breakfast. Quality of our breakfast is 1.09. The weight is 1.30. Let's eat it and see what happens to our food bar. I get an insight, and usually it's about the dumbest things. It's only good for seconds. But you can see, it's crawling along. At least it's green again. It's not orange. Orange, you get worried. You don't ever die, you don't ever starve to death in this game. What you do is, if this goes completely down, you start to fast. And you start losing your muscle, and your fat that you have, your body fat. And when all of that is gone, you have no more stamina. You can't do anything. So we made it up that far. Let's see what the next meal will do. This one is one quality, breakfast. One quality, and it's 1.30 weight. It's a little bit worse than the last one. The last one was Now, nature. The last one was, I think it was a little bit higher quality, maybe. This is going to be going really fast. And I'm not going to get all that much out of it. But you see why I wanted to make a bunch of bowls? I don't even think these 4 are going to fill us up. Because the quality of the bowl, the skill level of my hot food cooking, you know, even with the high quality food, it's not doing hardly anything. See? Okay, we've got 2 more bowls of food left. This breakfast has 1.06 quality and 1.30 weight. Let's eat it. Boy, 2 natures in a row. Let's get this down. I know it's dark, but that doesn't really matter because we're cooking. We have a campfire. And as soon as we finish going through this food, I will close up. But we've accomplished a lot today. We really have. We made the fire. Okay, last one. We haven't edged up hardly any. This is the last breakfast. Quality is 1.07. And it's still 130 weight. The 1.30 weight is because of the pumpkin and the meat. So, let's eat it. But, yeah, I mean, we managed to get our fire done. We made clay bowls. We changed those into pottery bowls. We've cooked 4 meals. We're almost done eating 4 meals, and it's not going to be enough. But all in all, we actually got quite a few things done today. So I consider this a successful day. And there's the last of the food. You can see. Our stamina is 99%. Health is 100%. Water's 90%. We could take a drink of water. Food is 70%. Nutrition 70%. Calories, carbs, and fats and proteins, 0. Because with that low quality stuff, we did not get any good nutrition out of it at all. So it didn't bring any of our fats, carbs, or anything up. To take a drink out of this, I got a guard standing in there. I guess he's hot. You taking a shower? Okay. Sorry to disturb you, but I need a drink. Okay, I'm going to open it. Oh, there's no water in there? Oh, Quarry, you forgot. Yeah, I'll have to have her come in and fix that. Oh, I think I know what she did wrong, but, or what I did wrong. Before we go, let's check our crops here, because one of these days we're going to have to take care of these, and that is going to be a long, drawn-out process. So my pottery bowls are gone empty. Where's my rake? There it is. And no, it still doesn't need anything done to it. Still haven't heard that bird song, and still haven't got that tick yet. So, I think that's going to do it for me today. Hopefully this one wasn't as long as the last one. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit. Like I said, you learned how to make a campfire. You learned how to make a clay bowl. You learned how to fire the bowl in the campfire and made your pottery bowls. So I think we did good today. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up. You don't know how much it really, really helps. And keep the comments coming. You guys are awesome. I don't think I've ever gotten such nice comments as I have the last couple of days. Everybody is so supportive. It just really, really makes me feel good. But if you have any questions, jump in the comments and ask. I do answer my comments. I check them pretty often and I answer as they come in. So if you want to know anything, you have a question, be sure to ask and I will try to answer you. But I want everyone to have a wonderful day. If you're morning, evening, noon, afternoon, middle of the night, whatever time it is in your time zone. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.